Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. The Israelites have been scattered across the four corners of the earth, as prophesied in Deuteronomy, the 20th chapter. Here in Israel United in Christ, we need your help to recover the remnant of our people, teach them the gospel. Please help us, support us, and join or donate to the Booster Club today. Shalom.
Way too long we've been lied to. I guarantee nobody out here can tell me their nationality. Yet we always talking about let's gather together to build our community. How can we join together when we don't even know who we are? We are out here to give you the truth. The truth of what? Why we the last hire, first fire. The truth why we going through so much today in every hood throughout the world. The truth why our babies are getting killed, murdered at the highest rate through every ethnicity in the world. We are going to give you the truth of the Most High God, that you are the greatest people on the earth. How you doing, sis?
I'm good, how are you?
Good, good. If I ask you, do you know what holy people mean? God said that we are a holy people. What do you think that means?
We are holy people. What do I think that means?
Yeah, what do you think?
That means that we are righteous.
That's true. But we're going to keep reading. It's going to give you a better understanding. Read.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
The Most High God hath made us special unto himself. We are not like nobody in the world. Why do you think we do everything better in everything than everybody in the world, if that made sense to you?
Right.
We cook better, we dance better, we move better, our style is better, we dress better, we look better. Everything in this world, so-called blacks and Hispanics, are the salt of the earth. That's right. It's a reason for that. He said, I made you holy. Holy means separate. I made you special above everybody in the world. You are way greater than what people tell you are. You are not black. You are not a nigga. You are not a BIT. You're not a hoe. You are a princess of the Most High God. Our people don't realize the value what you really are until what? We go back to our heritage book. We ain't no religious group. We just know our heritage. You ask why we dress like this. Why? We different. Why? Because we separate from everybody else. Our style always been like this. When we came to America, we lost our culture. Watch this. Finish it up.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Not only that you're special, God said you're above all people on the face of the earth. Now that sounds like somebody would say that's racist. Y'all preaching hate. No, I'm reading the Bible. God said he made people that's above everybody else. Right. So if somebody's above what? Everybody else has to be lower. Don't get it jacked up because we the poorest people in the world. It's a reason for that. Because why? We don't listen to our God anymore. We lost our heritage. So for that, God said, Hosea 5:15. He said, since y'all don't want to listen to me no more, y'all got to go through things until why? When our people wake up and realize that you are the greatest people. Learn that you are not black, African American. You are Israelites according to the Bible. We come from the land of Israel. They knew that when they came and got us out of Africa. Yes, we were in Africa. Why? Israel's in Africa. What happened to us in Israel? The Romans attacked it and we went to other parts of Africa where they knew we resided and they brought us here. Watch this.
This is the book of Hosea, chapter 5 and verse 15.
Bring it out.
I will go and return to my place.
So the Most High God said, I'm going to go and return to my place. Why? Read.
Till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face and their affliction. They will seek me early.
He said, I'm going back to my place. And he said, until they recognize their offense. And what we did wrong to God. Everybody go to church out here, but guess what? Nobody knows that God is really a black man, according to the Bible. Nobody knows that. Guess what? Right now, you're in the midst of sin, and you don't even know it. Why? Because your pastor will never tell you why and how you're in the midst of sin. So God said, since our people are in sin, I'm going back to my place, and I'm going to put y'all through hell until y'all realize what y'all doing wrong. This is why I bring the prophets out here to warn our people what they're doing wrong and how to get back to your heritage, so ultimately what? You can make it to heaven. We are out here to get you to heaven. It's no coincidence that we happen to be here at the same time you are. The Most High God places here when you was going to be here because he's calling you personally. Don't get this twisted. What you got? Give me Deuteronomy. No, let's get to the basics. Let's prove, because I said something heavy. I said that God is black and I said Christ is black. That's heavy, right? Let's get that. Revelations 1-14. Because way too long, nobody never told us, guess what? If we knew we had the same bloodline as Christ, we would not be killing each other. If I knew you was a great-granddaughter of King Solomon and King David, I would never approach you the way I do. I'll never see videos where brothers pouring liquor on our sisters. Right. That's disrespectful to y'all princesses. You was born to be royal. That's who you are. Watch your bloodline. Watch the coincidence. Watch this.
That's right, bro.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
The word revelation means the revealing of Jesus Christ. Why? Because there's going to be a time when our people forget how he looked, how the black Messiah actually looked. This right here is what we've been taught all day. Guess what? All of us ran from Christianity because we ain't bound down to no white man. I'd rather be in the hood doing what I do with my people that look like me before I go out and sell out to some dude who look like this. Notice it's different images. Why? Because every different place they show you different images of Christ. So when you see a white man, you respect them all and look at them as they're the son of God. That's been a lie forever. This dude has nothing to do with the Bible. Watch this. I'm about to prove it right now. Give me 11.
Verse 11. Saying, I am Alpha and Omega, the first and the last. And what thou seest, write in a book.
So Christ said, I'm the first. He the first who came to this earth. He said, I'm going to be the last man standing. Right. And he told John in Revelation, said, everything you see, write it in the book. Why? Because when you have something on written record, it could be passed down through generations. You could put something on a DVD, but eventually they'll take that file off. Once it's written down, you can pass it. So he said, write in the book. Why? Because he knew in these last days, our people going to forget who he is, and they're going to worship another God. So we have to get back to our true heritage. This Bible is nothing but black history. Everybody in the Bible is black. And we're going against the same nations that's going against us today. Right. Nothing changed. People just can't relate it to how real it is today. But watch this, 14.
The book of Revelations, chapter 1 and verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Now we reading right out the Bible. Read.
As white as snow.
He said his beard was white as snow. That's why you see this man with a beard white as snow. This dude, which one of them got a white beard? More proof that he has nothing to do with the Bible. We're reading right out the Bible. Read.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
So it says his eyes were as a flame of fire. That sounds heavy. Can anybody tell me what that means? When he says eyes was as a flame of fire, what do you think that means?
They was red, fiery inside.
They was red, right? That's true. Bro, would you be able to explain that? All right, we're going to get it for you. His eyes was red. If you Google the first thing that happened to your eye, how do your eyes get red? Watch this. And then if you get time, you could Google it as well. Watch.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 49 and verse 12. His eyes shall be red with wine.
So remember, Christ said, I'm the first and last. We just went to Genesis, and they was talking about Christ before he even came to the earth. That proves he's been here since the beginning. They was prophesying his eyes will be red with wine. What was his first miracle? Turned water into wine. It kept the party moving. But when you look and you Google, first thing that happens when you consume alcohol, the white of your eyes turn red. So this is what he's envisioning back to Revelations. Christ had red eyes. Why? Because he drank wine moderately. Read.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
Now this is heavy. He said his feet like unto fine brass. What color is brass? He said his feet, it's like, you can say gold is a penny. What would you say? A derivative of brown. So when he seen Christ, then he had to look at his feet because like, oh, this is the king. bowed down, looked at his feet and said, his feet is like unto fine brass. So he just said this man's feet is brown. But watch this, read.
As if they burned in a furnace.
So not only they was brown, they burned as if they was burned in the furnace. If you YouTube brass burnt in the furnace, they actually have a 2-minute video. You put it in there and you'll see it turn to a nice, shiny, rich, oily looking brown. That's how brown brass looked in the furnace. He was a dark-skinned brother with some smooth skin. That's the derivative of what they're talking about right here. Our people just don't realize that you are the descendant of Christ. Let's get you some more. Let's get Christ's grandfather, King Solomon, real quick. We're going to show you how his great-great-grandfather looked. King Solomon, if you know anything about history, about real black history, he was the richest man in the world at the time. He also was considered the wisest man in the world. People and kings and queens from all over the world came to see him just to sit under him and hear him speak. This man was the greatest black man in the world at the time he was living. And he was very rich. Everybody wanted to go hear the words of Solomon. Let's see how this man looked according to the Bible. Give me 1 and 1.
The book of Songs of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 1. The Song of Songs, which is Solomon's.
Which is who?
Which is Solomon.
This is the Song of Songs, which is Solomon. Hold on, real quick. Look at that. Where am I put that? Right here. You know, as black people, we like pictures. Give me this tab right here. Open it up to that first tab. Read this again. Check this out, sis.
The Song of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 1. The Song of Songs, which is Solomon's.
So give me verse 5. This is King Solomon. These paintings is actually in a castle in Russia today. They took pictures of the paintings and they put it in a book. Why? Because they know they didn't whitewash our paintings over there. In Europe, the whole Renaissance period, what they did in their golden age, they took these pictures and tried to scrape the darkness off of them and paint them white. That's what they call the Renaissance, their golden era. That's when they took us over, kicked us out the city, and they painted our images in their images. Watch this, verse 5.
I am black, but comely.
Solomon said what?
I am black, but comely.
Solomon said, I am black, but comely. Comely means beautiful, handsome. He was writing a song to the women, letting them know how he looked. Look on the other side. This is the image of Christ, the black Messiah. These is paintings that's actually in castles. They have these paintings in Jerusalem, way in the back of their catacombs, where people can't come and visit unless you got special privileges. They know exactly who we are. They know exactly our history. These paintings is real. This whole book got pictures of the prophets. It got pictures of kings and people from the Byzantine Empire when we ruled Europe as well. This is real black history. Now let's go back to what we was talking about. Deuteronomy 28:15. Because remember what God said, I'm going to my place, to my people acknowledge their offense, to see what they did wrong. Let's see what we did wrong. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So just like God said, he said, my people don't want to listen, I'm going to go back until they acknowledge their offense. He said, read that again.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments.
That's the key. He said, my people don't want to listen to the word of God no more and observe to do all his commandments. That's what you see going on in the hood. Everybody now rejects God's commandments. They don't even care to come and be like, yo, teach me what I don't know in the Bible. Because why? They don't care about God anymore. That's why he said, I'm going back to my place. And he said, what? Read.
And his statute, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
He said, since y'all don't want to listen to me and keep my commandments, all these curses gonna come upon us and overtake us. These are the things you see going on in the city. Watch the first curse he shot out to us. Read.
Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Cursed shall we be in the city. That's why we the last hired, first fired. This is why we get shot just for having a signal light out. These are the things going on. He said, y'all don't want to do my commandments? Curse, you gonna be in the city. I'm gonna give you one curse. What's happened to our sisters right now? Deuteronomy 22 and 5. Now all praises. You've been listening, right? Watch what God said is going to happen, because our people don't even know they're in the midst of sin. You could be a real sweet person, real nice, look out for people, but guess what? You still sin every day, and you're not pleasing God until you get out of sin. So watch this.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and verse 5.
Now this is crazy because it seems like it's real simple and petty, but it wouldn't be in this book if it wasn't important. God said, my people they refrained from getting their heritage now, so I'm going to have to curse them. Read.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Throw it in the air. I'm going to ask you, what do you think that is, bro? It said the woman shall not wear which pertaineth to a man.
Stuff that's it traps a man.
Big D, bro, on the bike. God said the woman should not wear what pertains to a man. What is that? We're going to give you a hint. Let's read the next, and I'm going to let you finish it. Read the next part.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
What's a man, what is a woman's garment to a man?
A woman's garment to a man
Is a dress. It's not that hard. My brother's trying to be shy around you. So if a woman's garment is dress, what do you think a man's garment is? Pants. See how simple that was? All praise. So this is the rule. But watch what he say. So if we was all out here in dresses, would you be taking us serious? If I had a pretty pink dress on, talking about I'm a man, you ain't gonna take us serious. This is how God look at our sisters in pants as well. Read.
For all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy God.
He said everybody, every woman that's wearing pants and every man that's wearing a dress is an abomination. I mean, I hate you until you get yourself together. That's how real it is.
Then they will see the true men of God. We are not black men, we are Israelites. Take care of us. And our children too. We have repented. How about you? People want to know who's the king.
O nation of Israel, it's time to return to the Father. O nation of Israel, it's time to return to the Father.
Now why they trying to make it so hard to serve God? And why when I say that I'm a Jew, it sound odd? For years I've been walking around saying that I'm a black man. I ain't saying that no more, it sound wrong, man.
This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Stay up to date with our latest events, music, and classroom lessons. IUIC plans to continue visiting different countries where this gospel has not been preached before. IUIC needs your help in pushing this truth. So join us. Subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and podcasts, and stay up to date with us. For more information, please visit www.israelunite.org.